Hey, what's good? This is Kevin Cruz, and if you're here, you're probably here for another non-meta NBA 2K22 tutorial where we showcase the game in all of its sim basketball goodness. So if you appreciate this type of content and you'd like to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Give a like, comment, and let me know what you think. So in this video, I'm going to show you one of the best triple threat launch moves that the game doesn't teach you how to do and replaces one of the worst launch moves, the behind the back jab step launch, which is terrible. So some players in the game have this traditional launch move out of the jab step, which is the launch move that I'd ideally like to see from most players, but instead we have the jab step to behind the back launch, which is fast but it's telegraphed and it's not really realistic. There's a way to do the traditional launch out of the jab step, but you have to be in the paint to execute this move. So just to take care of the basics, a jab step launch is done by tapping the right stick to execute any triple threat jab step move, and then launching in the same direction by holding the left stick and turbo in any direction you want. So here I tap the right stick up and to the right and then hold the left stick up and to the left to launch to the opposite direction. Now there's a way to avoid this behind the back launch, which is unrealistic. Once again, you won't see Evan Mobley doing this move, but it is a cancel of the launch animation using a crossover, which then will lead into a different drive. As you see here, it creates good misdirection because it initiates a jab one way and then you cross over the other way to leave your defender behind. So this is going to sound complicated, but don't worry, we're going to break it down slowly. After a jab step launch towards the same direction, you want to tap the right stick to the opposite direction to initiate a crossover, and then immediately hold the left stick towards the same direction to launch after that crossover. So this will give you a nice jab step to crossover launch, which is a great move for misdirection and creating space, and it's much more realistic than that behind the back launch you get out of the standard lateral jab steps. So here I tap the right stick to the right, and then I will hold the left stick up and to the right to launch in that same direction. And then I will tap the right stick up and to the left to initiate a crossover, and then hold the left stick up and to the left to launch in the same direction of the crossover while holding turbo. This cancels the launch animation into a crossover launch and is much more effective and much more believable than that behind the back launch. You can also combine it with your other triple threat moves, just make sure you time the cancels appropriately. In these next clips, I'll show you how great these moves can be using perimeter-oriented players. Again, creating that launch gives your opponent something to think about in terms of anticipating a drive. If you pull back the other direction using the crossover, you can set up step backs, drives to the basket, and a lot of misdirection. And as a last tip, I'll show you something that's going to make you very different online. Again, you can try different right stick dribble moves. As you see here, I use a snatch back dribble as a step back out of a jab step launch. That's devastating, that's unique, that's going to set you apart from your opponents online. So try it out, play around with different right stick dribble moves, and thank me later. So that's it for this tutorial. If you enjoyed this content, I'd appreciate a like. Let me know in the comments if you need any clarifications. I'll be in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.